No, try not to curse for like 15 minutes and then we good. You know, I'm really talking to myself because I'm the one that do the cursing. But anyway, what's up, everybody? I hope you're tuning in. Right? You're
Pop
tuning in. I
in,
got my
pop
brother
in.
Pop over here. Prince of Pain is live with the cubes there. Cube to the link.
We got to put them up on the movie too. We got to put them up on the new
Yeah,
movie.
you do that. You do that. You let me know. I'm just checking on you. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got one guest in in the building that's watching. Hit the like buttons too. There you
We
go.
gonna let them pop in.
Let
We gonna let them
everybody.
pop in.
Yeah, let everybody. Are we in? Because I don't see the chat.
Let them pop in real quick.
Okay, there go the chat. What up, baby? Original Outlaws in the building. Salute E. Martini with the
Go, my boy.
strong sign. What's up, baby? Lewis 201. Yeah, you gotta shoot like the trolls too, man. I don't know how to really. Oh yeah, I gotta stop this view messages on the. Let me see channel activity. Damn, I already put user time. Hide pin channel remove. I don't know what the hell. But yeah, um, yeah, man. So peace, fellas. What's up, Lewis 201? What up, baby? Yo, salute, man. Salute the spirit. I'm in spirit, man. Be holding my cousin GQ down. You know what I'm saying? He sent me a message. I had to put it up. I had to put it up. You already know. It's cousin GQ, Cuban GQ. You know, serving a little stretch. He should be out soon. Shout out to my that's my brother, man. You know what I'm saying? He's one of those when I think back, even though he's a criminal bastard. You criminal bastard. That motherfucker. I gotta stop cursing. That brother there was really like he was he was riding Cuban. You know what I'm saying? I can't look back and say too many. I could go like that. You know what I'm saying? With my hands. There wasn't too many, but he was definitely one. Probably the number one when it was time for real, like real situations. You know what I'm saying? Get like a lot of situations, me and him. You know what I'm saying? When he throw on the black gloves. Once you see my cousin throwing them black gloves, boy, it don't matter where we at. It's popping. You know what I'm saying? So salute to GQ, man, and one of the real ones. He should be out soon, you know. Beyond therapy, peace to the gods. Yes, yes. Just double up when they let y'all out. We've been out. Beyond therapy, you good. Yeah, we good, man. I'm just giving a shout out to all that. Why the messages be under review? I know it's probably I guess they saying curses on the chat. Try not to say curses, man, so I don't have to you know what I'm saying? Like Michael Lenks, he said the N-word. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you rock right now because I have to unview you. 'Cause I guess whenever you curse, they let me review your comments to let you in. But anyway, what's up, brother? What's up, my brother Pop?
Chilling, man. We just dropped a new film out right now. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I work with your man Cole Hard for Crucial Conflict. Uh, we get you seen that movie, The Four Brothers, right?
yeah,
With
I was
Tyrese
watching
in
that
that.
today. That's crazy. I was
Yeah.
watching that early before I fell asleep.
So
Word.
we just did a Chicago film, a heist, all action, where we do a movie like that, but the three brothers, we all foster brothers. You know what I'm saying?
What's up? I see.
And
I seen
we
you
we
working,
go
man. I seen you
yeah.
working. I went through your page, your TikTok, and everything. I seen you promoting, throwing awards up, throwing plaques up. I was like,
Oh
oh, my
yeah,
brother
I just
working.
I just won the 2025 312 Music Award, Best Latin Artist. That was dope. You know what I'm saying?
Dope. That's dope.
That was dope. But the
Proud of
movie,
you. I'm
man,
proud of you.
I appreciate the movie, man. Win for losing, bro. We can't catch a fucking break. Ooh, excuse my language.
Oh,
We
forget it. We're
can't.
not gonna get monetized. Go ahead, do it.
We we
Forget about
can't
it.
catch. We can't catch a break for nothing, man. Win for losing. It's a free joint right now on Tubi. I need everybody go check it out right now. You know what I'm saying? We good at that.
Tubi. Tubi. Hey,
Tubi,
man.
baby.
Tubi give chances, man. So it's all dope. That's like the
They stepped up
ghetto
the game.
Netflix. That's the
They
ghetto
stepped up
Netflix.
the game. They
I
stepped
remember,
up the game.
and I remember when Netflix was ghetto. Like it was first coming out, they was giving us like $1 a month. It was giving us a subscription to Netflix back in the days. Now I
99
got like
cents.
$20. You know what I'm saying, a month. But yeah, man, I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. See what you're doing, man. Can't wait to hit Chicago up, and you know, and let you host it. I get on your nerves when I get over there. That
Oh,
nigga,
it's all good.
that nigga Pop. As soon as I go, he already know. He take me where I need to be, and then I'll be like, "Nah, chill with me." He'll be like, "Nah, I gotta go," because he knows, I'm gonna get crazy. So he drops me off with the goons, the goon squad over there, and then I do what I do. But what else, man? What else? What's
I
going
see
on?
you've
Tell me,
been
because
doing.
you be into the current
I
events,
see.
man.
Yeah, I know. I see a lot going on. I was podcasting for a while. Then I started vlogging, and I got into the film. But everything happens for a reason, man. I see a lot of BS going on these podcasts. It's been more dramatical than it should be. I
Oh,
seen I seen Adam 22 talking about he going broke. Um,
he lying. I think he lying.
and
He
that he
definitely.
might be telling it to DJ Vlad. Yeah, it might be a gimmick or whatnot. He might be 22 or no jumper might be up under fire right now. You had all them people putting all that business out there on that platform,
Yeah.
street business, and now they're locked up. Half of them dudes. You know what I'm saying?
And they doing a real inside jail like reality show. That's what they doing. They pushing the envelope with the reality show. Now I see the loose cannon guy. He was calling in from jail. His wife is the mediator. She's selling his phone calls. You know what I'm saying? I guess. I mean, that's not even bad. She's making money. They're making bread. You know what I'm saying? Take care of the family.
Well,
Be locked up.
but the stuff he's talking about though, Cuban. Look, let me give you an example. I was locked up, right? I did a dub, right? Bro, you couldn't be talking about, man, there was a fight over here in the cell. You putting yourself, they got this feds listen to them phone calls. You know what I'm saying?
No, I
So
know. We all know.
yeah, so I go ahead. Yeah, I just think that's
No,
crazy,
no,
bro.
explain it. Man, listen, the call from the feds. You already know if somebody from the feds ever called you. It said this call is subject to be I was gonna say monetized. It's gonna be recorded. So they telling you. So everybody should know that he's getting recorded. And if you say certain things like what they're saying, it's gonna be admissible in court. So that's what they know. They know what they're doing. It's just they're playing with fire, or they part of the fire and try to get other people in trouble. You know what I'm saying? We don't know.
Or or is it content? Wait a minute.
No, it's always
Or
content.
are we on? Or are they just telling us lies? Brick Baby and Loose Cannon are sellies. False. Fuck around and be a lie.
No,
Hey,
they selling. They
Brick
selling.
Baby and Loose Cannon, there was a fight. All lies. It could be all of, you know what I'm saying, content. You
They
said
they
it.
they
You
selling.
said or girls selling it. So these
They sell these though, because the girl had loose cannon, and then I heard the conversation when he said, "Yo, break, come over here, break, baby." He said, "Break, come here, tell my girl something."
right, you heard them on the right, right, right.
There was Sally's that was right there, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it can't be. It's not set up where uh, the, the 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 cops are involved. As far as they're involved, but not in that way where they're playing this reality game with them. Uh, they just doing what they do. They're controlling the narrative. So, I mean, listen, it's entertaining. As entertaining as a real dude. Like as far as like, yo, they crazy. Like they are crazy. These dudes are crazy. So now the only thing that can backfire really is the judicial system might make an example out of them and hit them with like 3,000 years. That's when you know what I'm saying. So
Well,
nobody else.
55% of their cases content, bro. They done got off the internet. You know,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Brick Baby, from what I know, or Loose Cannon, locked up for a beatdown they did over there in the back of No Jumper. You hear me?
yeah,
For
yeah,
pressure.
yeah. I heard about that too.
Allegedly. Brick Baby, I don't know if he's locked up for AK he got jammed up with months ago, or who knows. They're saying, some people saying he might be the third party or the fourth unidentified man in the Little Dirt case. I don't know, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? I know they both got on media today and said that they're both getting out Wednesday.
Yeah,
That's spicy. That's good content. You
that's what I'm saying. It's a real.
Ooh,
It couldn't get
child.
realer than that. It couldn't. A reality show couldn't get realer than this. So No Jumper, I guess, that's the platform where
We're in different times.
they're
We're in different.
combining the entertainment business with the criminal part. And that's always been the criminal
You know
part.
what? Let me hit the drum roll. Let me hit the drum roll. You hear me? Let me hit the drum. I'm gonna ask you the magic question of the night.
Go ahead.
And no shots. You hear me? No shots to nobody. But everybody who watches No Jumper, right? And them kind of the WACK 100s, the Poetic Flock, all them dudes on that platform, right? Brick Baby, the Loose Cannon. We seen that the feds that came, whoop, 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 whoop. If I'm not mistaken, Adam 22 also they snatched him up one time too and they let him go. So from what I heard, that was in the media. I don't know if it was a play or whatnot, but what do you think WACK 100 plays in all this? You think the feds are going to come snatch him up?
I think the feds done snatched all of them up already. I think now they're under control of the feds. In my back of my head, so all the feds could just give them a green light because they really snitching on themselves. You know what I'm saying? They really snitching on themselves at the end of the day. That's why Big U is in jail. Besides the other things that he's done, and it got to the authorities because of the talking they're doing online.
The
You know what I'm saying?
exposure. The
So that's why you
exposure.
see Big U talk about 600 and WACK 100, man. They're doing bad things to me. Like he almost copping a plea. Like how could a big man like that been the real Debo of LA for years? How could you ever see him copping a plea like that where it's like he want us to pray for him? We was now when I say we, I mean the people of his
You
community
were the
was
prey.
they've been to pray for him. They've been to pray for him. Now he wants them to pray for him. He's crazy. He
I mean,
crazy.
I'm gonna tell you, bro. When I seen all them videos, bro, for him talking about you gotta check in, and I start hearing all these vloggers putting all this business. I
Yeah.
got I got to know Big U because of No Jumper and all that type shit. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
you didn't know about now. Big U,
Nah,
Big U been
I
around.
really
I remember. Listen,
Cuban.
Big U
Me
was
and
always.
you, me and you went to LA, bro. Me and you went together to LA. We
I know.
checked in.
Hell
We
no, no.
checked, huh?
You ain't checking nowhere, man.
We
You don't
ain't
check
checking,
nowhere.
no.
Like when I go to Chicago, if anything, you say check in with you, but the check in we got is family, is
Man,
love. So it's like I don't pay
you
my
come to
brother.
Chicago. You
He don't
come to
pay me.
Chicago. You got goons picking you up at the
Of
airport.
course,
You know what I'm
but I'm
saying?
saying it's not like I
But
go over
you're
there with
not
a check
checking.
and be
But
like,
you're not checking in like that. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it's like we checking in with family as far as like, I'm
Now
staying with y'all.
we
Like
talking
I'm
about
staying
LA.
with
We
y'all.
talking about LA right now. Let's stick to LA right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Me and you went to LA. Did we check in or
Hell
play that?
no, hell
No.
no.
So I don't know, but I know that they talked a lot about this checking in with these rappers on them podcasts. It was rappers getting robbed and even going on other podcasts and whatnot, talking about, yeah, dude was in my pocket, or he said I had to show up over here,
No,
and
but they
I
do that
did
though.
it.
They do that though. I know they do
Bro,
that.
I seen a rapper talking about Big U was like, hey, oh yeah, I know you here. I know your hotel and woo 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 and this and that. And
Yeah, because they go through the labels. Once they get up to them levels, where the labels like they know their itinerary, where the artist is going, because the labels said they send the whole itinerary to people in LA, so they know like their schedule. So they could blame the labels really for getting caught up in situations like that because they promote it. Big U was inside the label with label owners.
look, I don't care. You got a lot of Cuban maniacs on here. You gonna answer my question. What part do you think WAC 100? Do you think WAC 100 gets picked up by the federal government and they give them federal charges? Yes or no?
WAC 100.
Yes, bro. We've all been, like I said, I'm not shooting on shots, but I done seen all these people on here done seen, man, how much shit WAC 100 done talked on that show. You
Nah,
know?
but you know what? It's yeah. I mean, but did he disclose anything that the streets didn't know? Because what the thing about WAC 100, he'll talk to his homie, and his homie will be the leader of that block or the community, and they start to talking to WAC 100. You know what I'm saying? On some other level, some business level, and then they'll be like, "Oh, what's going on in the streets?" He'll hear that, like, or some gossip shit, and then he'll come out in the clubhouse and he'll say it. He'll say it, but he's still on point of what's going on with the red and the blue out there. and he takes that information, you know what I'm saying, for himself. But listen, man, that man helped my pun's wife out when nobody did. So you know, I'm that loyal. I don't know what, you know, at the end of the day, I don't know what he's doing over there and all that. Listen, man, he helped Liza. He helped Liza. He exposed the fat beluga. He put
Whoa.
him on
I'm
blast.
not telling you to throw him up
That's my
under the
loyalty.
bus. I'm not telling you if he's guilty.
Ain't
I'm
nobody,
just
ain't nobody from New
not
York,
the
from the East Coast.
bullshit. You
Nobody
hear
from the
me?
East Coast helped Liza out, man. Or the
I'm
Rios
not,
family.
I'm
Or me.
saying,
You know
do
what I'm saying?
you think
So
that the federal government is going to grab him like Big U? That's the question.
I just think if they got dirt on him, if Big U now got some dirt that they did together, which always, if you in them streets, somebody got a little secret, they got holding together. So if the pipes bust, I think the pressure is going to definitely bust some pipes in there. Pause. But it's definitely going to be Big U is in big trouble right now, just from some gossip and not really concrete and for evidence. And that's what they're doing. Look what happened with Diddy too. Like they got it's a lot of shit that Diddy that people say he done did, but it's no concrete. Like really, you know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing I don't like either. Because if you're guilty, you know, you should have some proof about guilty and you send somebody to jail. You should, you know what I'm saying, have some real evidence. And that's the thing, the real evidence part. Like, yo, we got you, like Cole got you. Like that's how the court system should work, right? Because I don't want to get caught up where they frame me either and they don't got, you know, the evidence, but then I go to jail for something I ain't do. So that's what it is. We got to make sure that the system is working the right way for the community, for the people, for the citizens. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's it as far as that. And
Big U, they got evidence. That's hard evidence. You can't beat DNA.
no, they don't, but they don't got big. It was inconclusive.
Oh, you're correct. You're correct. It was
Yeah, it was inconclusive. So they
right,
just got to
right.
hear the
It was
word like the
inconclusive.
mother of the kid.
But P.
That
Diddy
kid.
had 1,000 bottles of baby oil. That wasn't inconclusive, bro.
Yeah, but we gotta see
What are you
baby.
doing with
We gotta see him throw the baby oil on somebody and go through the motions of what that baby oil does, and then see Diddy go into his, you know, the rabbit style and start banging these, you know, people out. And we gotta see that. It has
Hey,
to
you
be
know
some
what?
hardcore evidence.
I think Diddy gonna get up out that jam, bro.
A lot of other things that are getting more interesting than the Diddy case. So that's what
They
they want.
said they lost the tape. They no longer have the original tape that CNN played has been destroyed. You do have her testimony. She said she is coming to court,
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm
you
saying. It's
still
a lot
can't
of
charge. There's a statute limitation on that though. That's just for his character.
he started over a lot of charges, man. I don't know what some charges going to now. Human trafficking, uh, the guns that he had in his crib, um, Rico, and all that. You know, what he was doing, criminal enterprise, whatever he's doing, networking. But yeah, but you see how it's fading in the background now. You got the big U. You know, every week is a new thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a new thing, and we really forget. You know, the politics is another world too. The Trump situation, but you know, it's a lot of things. Anyway, back to the big U, right? Big U. I don't know if y'all ever heard it, but it was the Steve Lobel guy. I always told y'all. Steve Lobel, right? He was Bone Thugs manager. He always messed with Big U. He's the one who let Big U inside the industry. Like,
They're both from Cali. They're both from
yeah,
Cali.
yeah, but Steve Lobel was like I told you, he was Fat Joe man. He's the one who blocked me in LA from getting a deal. That's why I
Yeah,
chased him.
I had to run it. I tell you, I had a little,
That's why I chased him in New York when he came to New York, and that's when Pistol Pete was there. He tried to act like he was saving him. Like, he didn't save nothing. That nigga white lightning down the block, and I was chasing him. So I'm trying to tell you, all of that correlates. You know what I'm saying with the Steve Lobel, because he's been a quiet one for a minute, but his name is always getting thrown in a mix of a lot of things. Y'all don't do your history on Steve Lobel. Yeah, he might be PUSSY with all that, but he's an intricate reason why these dudes be inside the game. You know what I'm saying? And usually probably because they put in the extra pressure, they sorting him. You know what I'm saying? And he's scared of that. So he plays along with
he's
the
the white dude. He's the white dude, the bald head guy, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, he's always been fishing in my. That's why I mean he did me dirty behind the scenes without nobody knowing. That's why I had to expose him. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like the politics over there, he lives out in Cali. He been there for years. They use Big U uses Steve Lobel for everything that happens over there. I'm telling you that. So you know what I'm saying? Without even either meeting Big U or whatever. But I know that his connect is one of his main connects, Steve Lobel. That man knows a lot of things. So maybe guys like that they're being extorted for years, maybe they're coming out and talking to the feds. You know what I'm saying? And making it look like other people. You know what I'm saying? Because he did put up a lot of pressure on a lot of people. So you can't just get caught up with
That was
our
Big
level of stick.
Debo. That was Big Debo.
I was Big Debo. I remember the actual guy who played Debo. He got on a was it Vlad TV? I think it was Vlad TV. He did the interview, and he said the whole role of Debo in Friday was actually he was playing Big U. For real though, these are facts. The actual guy who played his name was Zeus from wrestling. That guy is Debo from Friday. Did an interview, and he said that he got into that character by studying Big U, and that was way back. That was like 2000, right? 90 something. So Big U was been Big U already from back then. So he been putting that extortion game down, that pressure game down for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's fucked up. It's fucked up. They got him. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see no black man, no brother locked up. But you got to be careful how you move out here. Did you see that shit with Terrence Howard?
Terrence Howard, my dude. I tell you, I did a little thing about him. I said, he's my new hero, man. He's my new hero right there. He did an incredible on the PBD show. He did an incredible interview there, man. Just you know, what I'm saying that smart as hell.
Very intricate, very, very, very intricate and intelligent.
It's not that much bullshit you could say too. Like when you get to a podium like scientists and talking that science language, you know what I'm saying? Like a fake would get discovered if you go against somebody that's inside the NSA. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The Chinese guy was from the NSA, so he's hanging and even running circles around the mind with just the language. And what he's saying is true. Did you see the Chinese Asian guy was like, yeah, he's right. So he's not talking a foreign. It might sound like he's talking a foreign language to us to try to confuse us, but when you put him to the test, like that's what he said. He said, "Put me to the test." All right. He said, "F whatever I said, and everything I said I invented, or this that." Look, read the black and white that I wrote, the researches, the real schematics that I've done, and he presented to them. He said he challenges them to save their Roman. That's different. That's like the black and white paper when I say, yo, check these black, white, and papers that Roach, that Roach and Liza Rios with the estate of Big Pun. Look, you can't argue with me now. You might think I was hating all this time in the past, Joe, because what happened between me and him. But no, look, he's really a thief. He's really a thief. Look at the black and whites. It's like you can't fight against that. So that's what I be saying. It's like, yo, once it's the truth, it's proven. It's proven. So the same thing with Terrence. Like Terrence, he put them to the test, and it's like, yo, I know he got patents for inventions that he created. He himself designed. You know what I'm saying? And then just the topic of being a man, that one was powerful to every man that should be a man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Very, very powerful speech that he gave. And that comes from his soul. That comes naturally. That wasn't that he rehearsed that. That was something that needed to be said, and the way he said it. You know what I'm saying? So I salute Terrence, definitely.
Hey, I gotta ask you, bro. I gotta ask you. Since Liza, you know, got Pun's rights back. Okay. Since then, have you guys talked?
Nah, not really. Not really. I mean,
No.
listen, she got what she wanted. She got what she deserved. She fought a long fight. I love that family. I told you. Everybody should know how much I love them. You know, we did a
Yeah.
show together. You see how we got, along
All of
backstage
it together.
and
Yeah.
everything. You already know. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm tired of being disappointed by people that I thought should be, showing me a little love. And I'm not talking about monetary or materials or nothing. Just a call. You know what I'm saying? A call. Tell me what's up. You know what I'm saying? Go
How
visit
you
my
doing?
kids. Say how
How
you
you
doing? Like we
doing?
do. A little call. Little call. You know what I'm saying? Like just check up on a brother or tell me how you doing. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like I do, because I know might not be there every day, but there's a once in a blue Cuban come up. What's up, baby? How you been? Yo, I'm just calling. That's me. You know what I'm saying? Regardless. So I mean, I think they got. as far as like the lawsuit, the pun estate, it went back to the Rios family. Uh, uh, WACK 100, like I said, put the fat dude on blast, the beluga. He put him on blast, saying he stole because he read the paperwork and he's seen it. So it's not like he's faking it off. And well, that's why I give I salute WACK. Nobody from the East Coast did it. Nobody, too many people from the West Coast did it except WACK.
WACK did it. WACK
Yeah,
did it.
WACK did it. He took that and he took that on his shoulders, all the hate, and he knows Joe. So you know what I'm saying. So he took a big risk there. So I salute and commend WACK for that. And yeah, and they good. I see them on TikTok. I see Amanda. I see Chris. I still see them on TikTok and Instagram.
I see the kids. I just don't see Liza much.
Yeah, but
But
she probably just
but
she don't want to be
but
probably
that
there.
family, even Liza, they deserve healing now. You know what I'm saying? They
That's what I'm
deserve,
saying. That's what I'm
you
saying.
know.
That's what I'm saying. Me, as far as like me feeling a certain way because of the actions spoken and the things said behind my back that I heard, a conversation between me and them, whatever. If they might see me in a certain way, uh, which I don't know which way you could ever see me, with Uncle Phil and Phil for real from that family. So they should know I'm the same person. So I don't need nothing from them at all, man, except to live a happy life and put it really like smile after all of the things that they went through. That's genuinely what I want. So I give them, God bless them, man. Let them do what I do. I'm still doing what I do. You know what I'm saying? I guess that for me, I feel relieved because that chapter of them being, you know, being undercut and robbed all these years and mistreated by everything, I think it's come back to fruition for them as far as like what they got back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy because of that. And I see the smiles when either Chris is rapping or Amanda's doing some TikTok stuff with her son either. You know what I'm saying? And Vanessa and even Liza, you know what I'm saying? So they're happy, I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? They don't need to ever talk to me again, but as long as I know that they're in a better place, I'm good.
Chris, even before any of that legal stuff, Chris is incredible, bro. Just
Yeah, he's been
lyrically,
incredible. He's been incredible.
fucking incredible. He's very, very talented, bro. And he reminds a lot of us.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, you know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Chris is he's been incredible for a while. That's another thing too. He never stopped. Like he knows the hate that he's been gotten through the years as far as the blackballing from Fat Joe and his peoples that he controls in the industry. He knows why he didn't get a deal, and it's Fat Joe. Chris just don't want to say it that way because he don't want to give him light. He don't want to do what I do. I got a different approach. I got explosions. I blow up, I blow up their spots, and I say the truth. That's what the problem is. Is like they feel like they're gonna get backlash from either companies that don't want to mess with them. But if you play that game with them, look, you still got blackballed through all these years. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all straight up. I don't mind y'all already blackballed. I've been blackballed. You gotta accept the truth. And I'm blackballed by baloney smokers that are only down with the fat dude. Other people in the industry got love for me. They wish that I could just know how to mend that situation so they could give me a position somewhere so I could do my music. I know that, but I can't.
Look here. I was here in Chicago and 50 Cent came. This is about 4 years ago. I told you.
Mhm.
And the only ones that got close to him because I was hosting the club. It was me and Kohar from Crucial Conflict. And I gave him a
Yeah,
dap.
mama.
I gave him a dap and I hugged him and I told him, I told him what I told him. I said, Cuban links, my man, I fuck with the Cuban. I fuck with you niggas from New York. He said, yeah, I like Cuban links. That's what he told me. You know what I'm saying?
Cuban
And
Minx.
huh?
Is that Cuban Minx?
No, Cuban links. He said,
Oh, okay.
he said, I like Cuban links. You
I
know what I'm
chilled with
saying?
him before. I chilled with them before. So
But you do
I
get a
chill with
lot.
everybody. That's the thing. That's why
Even
I felt a little more like a little
even
like
all the Chicago veterans, you know what I'm saying? They all fuck with you.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. They know my story. Listen. I chill with all these people, like top people, big dogs, upcoming people when they was coming up, and there was always love when I was in the circles. It's just the only thing that hindered it is, of course, after I went with that with Joe, now they was forced to pick a side, and not because of me and Joe, it's because the business people that Joe knew are behind them. So now they taking them wherever Joe's going, which is the industry. the industry current, because Joe follows the industry current. That's where the managers and people take their artists to the same current, so they got to bump heads with the Fat Joe guy. They don't got to see me really again because I'm not in there like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's easy for, not even easy. Some people might be like, damn, I really mean it that they wish Cube, get his fair shot and be out here with us and tour. You know what I'm saying? They could have been called me the hip hop uh, associations that are out there, hip hop agents that are out there that set up tours. They could have been called me. They could have
Do
been
they
called
make
Cuban Link and be like,
any?
yo, get on this tour. You know what I'm saying? Even the Spanish tours, because I do this thing in Spanish. They could have hollered at me for tours in Spanish. I'm telling you, the Beluga, he's not just about him, it's about the people he knows. And those that he knows, those people they know. They're all together on the Beluga Naughty tip. I'm trying to tell you. James Brown,
No,
much love. J Duff, what's up?
Nori, all of them on the same motherfucking boat.
Yeah, because when they're making money with somebody, that's how they feel, and it's unfortunate. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it's like that. It's some dudes that just start making money and then just they join the bandwagon, and it's like whoever they got problems, their partner got problems. Like they say it like, just because they're making money at the time and they're happy. After until they go through something with them, then
I'm
it's
gonna
done.
talk. I'm gonna talk about something. We haven't seen Fat Joe really too much since the whole FBA booing thing. We haven't seen him at all much
Oh no,
since
he's
then.
running, but he's using his tentacles again. The beluga octopus is a beluga and an octopus at the same time. Because you know why? He's using his tentacles to use others to clean the field for him now. Like I seen DJ Envy on a little short that he did talking about. I hated Fat Joe. Like he's doing it like. You know what I'm saying? Like for people to get to know. I hated Fat Joe. You know why? Because he used to mess around with the DJs. And one day, Fat Joe set up Who Kid and he had him in a van. It's like, yo, even that Mamando right there, that's the wrong story. It was Pun who did that to Who Kid. It was Pun
But
who did
wait
that.
a minute.
So they even getting the stories wrong.
I want to get to the point of this though. So the FBA shut him down for a minute, shut him up real quiet, real cool for a little bit. Then Lord Jamar started talking all of this and bringing all of this tonight, right? Then from what I know, right? Come on now, let me tell the story, right? From what I know, he tried to get up with you. He tried to get up with TA. We were supposed to hear a whole story last night. What's up with all that, man?
Oh, you talking about? That's what I'm saying. I gotta talk to TA really. I gotta talk to TA on here. Even though I already did it for the Off the Books podcast. Um, you know,
He
Lord
folded
Jamar
on
did
us.
he did
He, fo-
bad. Lord Jamar did bad. You know what I'm saying? He
he
did bad.
folded. He folded on
Folded
us.
like a pretzel on opening Yankees game. Yeah, he folded. With no salt. He just threw the sugar. He,
He got the
he had the
phone
mustard
call.
and everything.
He got the phone call.
He got the phone call. I think he was trying to. I think Joe was trying to already do the phone call and put other kind of pressures on, but Joe always finds the right pressure point. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not just a one trick pony or one trick beluga. He knows how to maneuver this beluga, right? So he went through every avenue until because it took a minute for Lord Jamar to say that it was a 3 month little thing. So he finally went through Grand Pooba, all of this shorty was started, the old Grand Pooba. Step to the rig, Grand Pooh was on arrival. Raised in singing songs called Survival. And stand, with the Kobe snacks, beat the bed, might catch cardiac. You figured a way to get paid. You ain't not rehearsed, no. Smooth West Jermaine, so honey, don't take it personal. Sorry if you try to diss that singer. All you get is two and a finger. Babaloo, bad boy, step to the paranoid, gets void. That guy, supposed to
Grand
be
Pooh.
Lord Jamar's best friend. They're part of the group and everything. Lord, Grand Pooba. Grand Pooba was nowhere around when Joe did someone on the math show. Grand
Well,
Pooba never
right. What was
showed up
Grand
and never stood
Pooh?
up for him like live on these podiums and said, that's Lord Jamar's my brother. But what it is that now Joe, I guess, got to Grand Pooba. Then Grand Pooba got to Lord Jamar and asked him please not to put that record out that Lord Jamar had with me and
We
TA.
need that right
And
now.
he
We need
said,
the
okay.
FBA to stand up. You hear me? We need the FBA right now to stand up and go to Lord Jamal's YouTube and tell him, what are you doing, bro?
We gonna get to. I mean, we talked on a three-way. I think the Lord Jamar needs to face this like a FBA, like a cultural icon that we put him as a hip hop voice for hip hop, the actual culture, not the pop hip hop, but the actual hip hop, the roots of it. Since he put himself there, that's one of those that what I'm saying, the gatekeeper there. We want to ask some live to live. We definitely want to go to his podcast, me and TA, and we gonna have a round table. You know what I'm saying? Really, because I'm gonna just ask him real stuff, and if he says the truth, we could either have pity for him, mercy for him, or you know, uh, give him the award that he's asking for, because he's asking for the Baloney Smoker Award of the Year right now. So you know what I'm saying?
The Baloney Smoke Award of the Year.
Yeah, a grill with a big baloney there, smoking and fire, made out of gold and copper.
Yeah,
So
that's not what's up. That's not what's up. You know what I'm saying? How many times has that happened to you in your career?
a long
That a
time, man,
project
a lot of
that
times. I
yeah.
wish I could kidnap those that are quiet, that I know they've
Whoa,
been
whoa,
through.
whoa, 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 whoa.
No, I'm going to kidnap them because it's the only way you force them. Like if I'm there, okay, allegedly, okay, I will want to kidnap them. I will want to kidnap them and really have them in the same room as me. Have Panda Chop interview them in front of me and look at them with one look. They're going to say the truth because they know that they have to say the truth, not to instill fear in them that they have to lie. Just say the truth of what happened behind the scenes when this song was supposed to come out. Because all I want to do is really, I want to hear the truth. Say the truth. Say I'm not a liar. All these years
Which,
that I've been telling you, yo,
which is
you
the
cut,
worst,
you cut the
worst
legs from under me. Like, yo, these dudes, yo, we about to do something with these dudes, and these dudes, they got into the business, shit, and then they
come
said,
on,
oh,
your
can't do
blood,
it.
your blood is rising. Let's get it. Let's get it. Which one was the worst
Yo, put the likes
motherfucking
up, y'all. Put the likes up, man,
project?
so you can get more stories. Word.
Let's get it. Let's share the
Put
lies.
the
Share the
likes up,
lies.
man. We got
Hey,
900 fucking people here. We got 42
what
likes.
was what was the worst? I mean, yeah, one of the worst times you got pissed the fuck off that you had a collab that got stopped.
We go back all the way to Crazy Bone. I mean, to Lazy Bone.
Lazy Bone.
Lazy Bone, that was what Steve Lobel did it.
Tell me about the song. What happened? What was the name of the song? What happened?
The name of the song, I forgot the name of the song. It was for his album, Lazy Bone's single solo album. If y'all go back in time, y'all could check out his solo album. That's when I was rapping a little fast too. I try to rap just like them. He gave me a beat, and you know how they rap with that swag, with that fast swag. So I did that with him. Uh, that was shortly after me and Joe had our situation. Lazy Bone's still cool with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I told him the story too. And he's a real one. Lazy, my dude. To this day, I haven't seen him in a minute, but you know, I always had love for him. He had love for me.
That
So
would
I
have
did.
been
I did the
crazy.
song. Matter of
You went
fact,
crazy.
the guy
You were
from
lazy, so you were lazy. That would have been crazy.
but the guy from the Hut, if y'all know about, if you go, he got it's called the Hut. It's like a sneaker store in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should know who he is. The owner of the Hut. He was there with me. He was there with me. And when I went over there the second time to fix the vocals up, Lazy told me, "Yo, Q, man, Steve Lobel, yo, you know what I'm saying? He's not letting this record go. He's not gonna let me put this record out." And I was looking at him like, okay, I understood. Even back then, I understood the business, right? And Steve Lobel like ran with us, so I had a personal relationship with Steve Lobel. Like he was cool with me once. Me and Pun, Joe, like he used to be around Joe's shows way back then when we was hype, being hype man for Joe and Pun. Like he was with us. You know what I'm saying? He was like a role manager slash role manager with Joe. That's their relationship. But we got close with him too. Like he was our dude. So for that dude to do that at that time, and I know him, and he blatantly tried to do it behind my back when, you know what I'm saying? The artist want me to do something, and he's a manager. For him to
I
do
just
that,
shot somebody for the first time. Somebody got shot right now. I just shot somebody
Yeah,
too.
yeah, sure. I've been shooting dudes too. I've been shooting dudes too.
I shot
You gotta shoot
somebody. They was
these
talking
pieces of
too
shit.
reckless. You know, they were talking too reckless. I shot his ass.
It's okay. Let them, you know,
No, I did one. I had to do one time for the love. You know, I
yeah,
was
but they got
itching.
like 30 pages, so it's all good. I wish I could give the wrenches to people. I don't know how to do it either. I seen it, but you know, but
But
yeah. So
go ahead. My bad.
let them rock. Let them rock. You know,
So Steve,
yeah, Steve Lobel, he played an integral part in stopping my career. Guys like that, guys like Kay Slay, I always said this. You know, so regardless, these are people that have business power on a high level. You know what I'm saying? Angie Martinez, high level. You know what I'm saying? Behind the scenes, this is what they would do.
Angie did you like that because you didn't give her the sandwich?
Nah, it was more than that. But you know, I say that
You
playing
did.
around, but
That's
you know,
what it was.
it was that.
That's what it was. Just because
Yeah,
you
she wanted
didn't.
to rock with whoever, you know what I'm saying, was going to be in the limelight. Bottom line, she's a clout chaser at the time. They want to stick with what's going on, you know, right or wrong. You know, I just heard her say, remember, she interviewed Pac, never let Pac's interview out. So that's why you think we in New York didn't really give, like, some of us like did we East and West because she never let Pac get his
Message
truth
out.
out, his side out. Just like she didn't let me get my truth out when me and Joe happened. You know what I'm saying? She has the power to do that. That's the responsibility of a DJ, especially if you're a host or like High 97, one of the top stations. They expect that from you as a journalist. She didn't do her job. Those type of jobs made us, the fans, feel a certain way about that other artist that she let talk about. You know what I'm saying? So those are like I said, things like that. And then she wants to get an award for the best journalism. So it's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? These guys are bored. We already know that. And
What I'm saying, look at the diddler and crack got keys to the city, bro.
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. The key to the city, the best brother of Big Punch ever. Like if they don't see that these like Joe is an example for y'all. If you want to be like a whatever, it's supposed to be gangster. That's rules for number. Like you let a liar talk, he's gonna lie to y'all. He's gonna show you who he is. I always said that to y'all. Like they're gonna show. I'm gonna show you who I am. I think I already did. You know what I'm saying? But you know, Bang Mateo, nothing but love, baby. Thanks for the chat. Salute to Cuba. You good in my hood. There's in LA, MS13. Salute, Pop. You already know, man. Nothing but love. You know, there goes the yeah, we gotta shoot this one down, right? They're putting like real disgusting words up there. So now, yeah, Joe already showed the world, I think. I mean, if y'all do your history on just, you know what I'm saying, people, especially nowadays, the shorts that they got on Instagram or TikTok, you know, you see it. You see it. You see it. So you already know who he is. Um, but a lot of situations like that came up where I was supposed to have a project where you know, we were gonna take it to the next level. Like I said, there's a level, of course, you know, recording and vibing with an artist and thinking about, the creation of this song. But when it gets to the business, it's always been a problem because now you gotta mingle with, I guess, other guys that mess with Joe and they got a certain kind of rumor that they heard about Joe, which he's a gangster, don't ever mess with Cuban Link, you know what I'm saying? Because if you do, you're gonna have problems with Joe and Joe knows everything. So that type of cut, sometimes it'd be the other way. It'd be like, they could buy it. Like Joe will do you a favor in a higher plateau if you don't mess with Cuban Link. So he might buy them off with things like that. You know what I'm saying? Watch, I got evidence of when he did that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he has many ways of you know what I'm saying, doing the shutdown thing when it comes to me. And he's done it throughout the years. But you know, it's just you already see it. Y'all can see it. It's evidence. You
Let
know,
me
but
ask you something. Let me throw you somewhere else for a loop. I know you be watching social media, right? Did you catch that brother? I don't know where he's from, but he shut down the expressway to do one of them live performances. Did you see that?
they what?
He shut down all the traffic on the expressway to do one of them live video recordings that they
Oh, I
do.
seen that. I seen that in New York. I hear they do the same thing in the Bronx River. They did the whole stop. It was like 1,000 cars in the middle of the field. They got
So
out on top of their
that's
cars and started just filming.
So that's my question to you. When Pun was alive, bro, what was like the most monumental video that y'all did together? Music video.
Who?
You and Pun.
I'm sorry. Ask the question again. I was looking down there so I could,
Okay. So lately on social media, that video was going crazy. Dude shut down the fucking E-way, and I think he hired you can hire now the Secret Service. You heard? So this dude hired the Secret Service, shut down the damn I-20, and did that. He dope too, do wrong. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
anyways, my question was when Pong was alive, God rest his soul, right?
Hmm.
And y'all was at the height of doing fucking music and video for the first time to let the world see it. What was one of the most monumental videos and best experiences that you did with Big Pun?
Oh man, all of them to me, all of them. I mean, I remember when we did "You're My Darling, Darling Baby." That was monumental because we had Chi Chi. God bless the dead. First time I met Chi Chi, I gave him my hat, my Godfather hat. Pun loved Chi Chi. You know what I'm saying? Just because we Scarface buffs.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Scarface. So we had him. We had like Raekwon. We had we had Nori. We had that's our first video. It was so gangster, but yet it was like it was gangster, but yet the song was like about girls. But it was like we took the Scarface and the Goodfellas theme and we put it in one. Uh, and then the remix, the Still Not a Player video. That was incredible too. That was like the theme of it, black and Puerto and Latinos getting together. The basis of that. Um, Pun already getting his notoriety. I mean, everybody in the industry knew that was going to be a hit. So
Let's stay
everybody showed up.
let's stay there, Cuban. Let's stay there right on that video, right? What was it like? Who directed it? Who put the plays together
I think it
to
was
make
Chris
that
Robinson.
movie?
I think it's Chris Robinson who did that one. Chris Robinson did a lot of our videos, especially Pun's. Um, he did that. We was in the middle, like you know what I'm saying. Benny Boom was like his intern, um, and the other two Spanish kids that ended up doing like Power and stuff like that too. I forgot their names, but a lot of people came through in that era with us. And then you came up with Nori when he jumped off the building. Yeah, I thought he jumped off the building. That was a stunt double. But and him doing the karate, the leg in that movie. I mean, in that video, he just had a lot of fun, and I was there. So it was like every time I seen it, like you know, I like the "What You Gonna Do" that video too. We did with Stephon Mount Marbury in Brooklyn. We did it, and damn, what's my other man name? Basketball player Kenny, Kenny, Kenny. I forgot Kenny though. My man Kenny, right? The NBA players, and me and Joe was going against uh, Kenny and Stephon, and it was me and Joe partnered up. So I actually pointed a video out. Somebody sent me the actual video behind the scenes where we did the BET drop, and I put it out there. So we had a lot of fun in there, man. We had a lot of fun. That was actually the first song to the Terror Squad album, the "What You Gonna Do" pun. You know what I'm saying? But pun wasn't too motivated to do a lot of things for that album because that's where Joe undercutted him, and he only gave him 15 G's for the whole album. You know what I'm saying? So,
Damn.
Pun was feeling a certain way, and they used this single too to push that album. You know what I'm saying? What it is to give you 15 G's. You know what I'm saying? After you getting 70, 100,000 for your own thing, and then Joe gives him 15 G's for the whole Terror Squad, not even giving a piece of the label at all. So he felt a certain way. That's why he just did one version of him like this, and we was in the bleachers. That's the only performance he did. You know what I'm saying? So that's why. That's why the incentive for us to be, especially us, we were still kind of hungry because we next. So we like, come on, you joke, trying to give Pun the energy. But I remember after that, me and him had a talk, and it was
By
that.
Big Pun, bro, being one of the dopest, the first flyest fat motherfucker in the game, right? What was it like watching him and that he had fun doing the costumes and like the kung fu dressing that type of. What was it like for him, bro? He was cool with it, and
If it was his idea, it was cool. Like whatever pun his idea, pun had every idea for all the videos. So he
nice.
motivated himself with being almost like the creator in the back. He said, "Yo, this farmer do this." So he motivated himself. But if people would tell him what to do, he wouldn't get too motivated. You know what I'm saying? He'll be like, he'll do it like half-ass. You know what I'm saying? Like he wanted to be you know what I'm saying, actually the director in his mind. I thought of that. I thought of it. That was him. You know what I'm saying? Which was dope. It was dope because bringing new ideas. You're not following the script. You know what I'm saying? You're doing what you want to do, and you got the right to because you already impressed the world and you sold millions of fucking records. So he earned it. He earned it. No, but in the beginning, he would take notes, but he would definitely add his own spice. We would all do that.
What was Pun's most favorite? You would say him say this is my favorite. His favorite time he got to share a stage with one of the biggest goats. Or yeah, that he performed with. I seen you the other day. I was looking up the other day at some archives, and I seen you with Naughty by Nature on stage.
Yeah. Tretch, me and him
That
had
shit was fly.
me and
I
Tretch.
never
Salute
knew
to
that.
Tretch. Always had a great relationship with Tretch, man. Before I
Yeah,
even got
Trent
on,
was giving you the mic too to finish the bars.
before I even
I
got
seen
on,
that.
Tretch used to come to my block, the Littlevilles. You know what I'm saying? He knew he had a cousin there, country, and that was my boy. So I knew Tretch from back then. You know what I'm saying? So and I knew him as a fan. Like, oh yeah, what's up, Tretch? Yeah, it was one of my top MCs. So then when I got into the game, then I told him that story. You know what I'm saying? Like me and Tretch, like we chilled in Justin's 21st Street in Manhattan. Puffy's a restaurant. You know, he walking around with the vest and the two Glocks on his side. I'm walking around with the Glock on the back. Like we was on it like that. You know what I'm saying? So me and Church always had that mind. Plus he's Sagittarius, so he crazy like me. And that time, yeah, I was by the pier in Manhattan, um by the Harlem River right there, by the piers down in Midtown. Not Midtown, yeah, Midtown. And he had a show there, and I just showed up. And I was in the back. He said, "Come on stage, man." I was like, I just, you know, I didn't want, you know, I don't like just joining shit. But he invited me to the stage, and I was singing OPP with him, and I was doing you know what I'm saying, all that extra shit with him in the background. So then he gave
Those
me the
were the
mic, and he's
times of
singing all
hip
the
hop.
words.
Those were the best times of hip hop. So what was Pet?
Those were
So
the days.
so
Oh yeah, let
what
me tell you a
was
story. Wait. You asked me a question about
Pun? What was his favorite time?
fun. I was gonna tell you a story. This is the story. I never said
What
this
tell me?
story. Or maybe I did way back. There was a story, right? This nigga, uh, this nigga Joe had on Third Avenue. He had a club called Club X, the X Club, right? Before, like this, the Full Eclipse days, right? And Pun was already like rocking with him, and you know what I'm saying. And it was like a hood club. And he got on stage, right? It was packed because that day KRS One was performing. You know what I'm saying? He had him on a bill to you know as a performance. So before KRS comes, uh, Pun, he already was working on, you know what I'm saying, you and a killer. He wanted to try out you and a killer there. So he got on there,
Okay.
right? I'm over here hyping him up because I'm the only one who knew Pun's verses. It's only me. I knew all of them because I was there when he wrote them. You know what I'm saying? So I used to be his hype man. So it was me and Pun on stage, and Club X, it's got a stage where it's like, let me do it from here. Okay, it's like this, it's like that, and then it goes like that, right? So it's like a runway a little bit. But then over here, it fattens up to be the stage, right? So we rocking it, right? He like this, you ain't a killer, still got a lot of ball. And I'm on stage with him. Everybody's it's a packed, you know, like 300, 400 people on the crowd. And he goes to the runway part. So he's like, you ain't a killer. And, you know, when Punch stands, he doesn't stand still. He does this. He always stands like, so he goes to the front of the stage. I'm behind him. I'm like, you ain't a killer. So he does one of these and he falls.
Oh
He
my
falls.
God.
He falls over for the you know what I'm saying for the runway part. He falls.
Oh my God.
That's not it. That's not it. This is what's it. This nigga falling, and there's a crowd down there. So
Oh my
the
God.
lady is a lady. He mushes the lady to break his fall. and falls on top of the bitch. And you know who that lady was?
Ooh.
KRS's wife.
Oh my God.
That's
Oh
why
my.
KRS to this day don't didn't like pun like that. I swear to God.
Oh
I
wow.
never saw that story.
I
Yo, that's
seen her
my
here in
word.
Chicago. I seen her and KRS-One here in Chicago.
Pun mushed her and put his, remember he was like 350. He mushed her like in the head and it went down with the whole body, fell on top of her like she was a flat
So Big Pun avalanched KRS-One's wife
by mistake.
off stage.
Yeah, no, he
WWF.
avalanched.
Randy Macho Man Savage.
We didn't even know to the end that this nigga Clarence had a face. But I guess Joe had to apologize and everything.
Oh my
But that
God. That's
incident was
classic.
classic. I never tell that story, but look, you got me thinking about that. I
That's
remember
classic.
that is classic.
So Big
Yo,
Pun, Randy Macho Man off the top
super
ropes.
splash. He super splashed KRS-One's wife.
And he got up like nothing.
He got used her to get up. He
Oh,
used her. When she was on the floor, he used her to get up.
oh, Big Pun was dirty. Big Pun was
He
dirty.
went down with her like that, and then he got up on top of like, "Ah, I ain't a killer, still learning how to walk." I swear to God,
Oh my
yo,
God.
Poe was incredible, yo. That nigga Poe was psycho, man.
Did Big Pun and DMX ever share the stage together anywhere?
No, but we DMX Hot 97. We was doing like this. We had the spot right before him, so like at the end of our punts, time on Hot 97, like the interview. Um, DMX was coming in, and he was coming in while we was doing freestyle on the radio. You know what I'm saying? So he came in. When he came in, yeah, and then he looked at me. and was like, "That's how you represent for your dog. That's right." And he went to Pun and he gave him that love. Yo, big man, you nice, big man. You know what I'm saying? But y'all seen the cipher he did with Mike Geronimo and everything. So he
Yeah,
had a,
yeah.
you know, this was like the second time when we actually, but we never did a show together. But DMX definitely when Liza had a Big Pun tribute in Puerto Rico, he headlined for us. He headlined for Pun and he represented Pun's name
Wow,
for the
I didn't
kids.
know that. I didn't
Salute.
know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. That
he was
must have been
special.
special.
He was special, man. He was
So
special. You got things
so
with him.
answer my question. What you think, Pun? I'm sure he told you, that was fucking, classic. When he shared the stage maybe with somebody. What was Pun's favorite?
LL, we did a tours with LL in stadiums. Um, Pun was
Ooh,
already up there. I mean, he shared the stage with a lot of people. He did features with everybody. You know what I'm saying? So one thing about Pun, he kept working. He kept working because the money was coming low. He had to put, say if he getting $50,000 a feature, he would have to give Joe 25,000, half. If he had to do a show for whatever 10,000, he would have to give Joe half. So features and shows, Joe would get half of Pun's money. So that's why he went to an extensive like work schedule, and he knocked out like 100 features. You know what I'm saying? And those features was like started at 20,000 all the way to like 100,000. So he
did he
made
ever
money.
put?
That's how he made money for himself. That's why you saw Pun styling and flashing on people. You know what I'm saying? Because he worked that much. You know what I'm saying? He knew he had to work that much to live the way he wanted to live. But Joe, he made Joe rich just like that. You know what I'm saying? Joe would after a while was on cruise control. Joe would just sit back and collect money. He didn't have to go to the sessions with him no more. Unless he wanted to, to like build a relationship with whatever management they was doing. But it was times where Pun would just go do the feature, do the shows, get money, and half of that stack, will go to Joe. You know what I'm saying? Because he kept it loyal like that. I was doing that with 20% every time I did a show, and I did over 100 shows too. You know what I'm saying? So, he was getting at 10,000 a pop, so he was getting 20%. He was getting 2,000. So 100 times, 2,000. I made him $200,000 off the streets alone. You know what I'm saying? Which I made myself money. That's why you see me doing my thing and shining the way I was. Because I was working hard too. I follow the same model as Pun because we knew when you started to learn in business and be like, oh God, I got to split this up with that. You know what I'm saying? I got to do this here. So we got to make enough money to live the way we did. That's why I was the first one to buy a house in Terror Squad. I was the first dude to buy a house in Terror Squad. You know. Then it was Pun. Then Pun bought the house. But I was the first one bought the house. Had the family, and Pun had the family too. But he was renting. He loved renting and shit like that.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That Fat Joe, I mean, the Big Pun story just killed me, bro.
I know it brings you alive and then kills you. You know.
No, the one you said he fell
Oh,
off the stage. That
that
just
they got
that just killed me. That just
the
killed
KRS
me.
One's wife. Oh my God. I'm
That just
surprised
killed.
Joe didn't say that story because Joe was there. He was embarrassed really because he had to face KRS One. That was his homie. And then
Right,
KRS was
no,
like, "Yo, how your man gonna use my wife? How he gonna fall on her?" And they used her to get up. Yo, that was crazy.
hey, he's dead now, so we could talk about this, right?
Well, I
Did he
don't know.
ever?
KRS
Did
One's
he?
wife is dead.
No, no. There's something else. There's something else. Did he ever snatch up that motherfucking DJ?
Yeah, he did. Who kid?
He snatched him up.
Golden Age. Yeah, he put him in the van. I wasn't there, but he did. He told me right afterwards. Golden Age SK8. Thank you for the love, my brother. Can you guys put out a CD of the Last Supper? Ooh, CD. We back in town with you. We love you though, but there's no more CDs like that. But we'll try it. We'll make a golden CD for you. The Last Supper is the jam. That's a special one. I want him to do the remix and him rap. You know, he want me to rap a second verse to it, but I want him really to rap and get a story out. Like I got my story out, but he got to pertain also to the, to the religion. Like go back to the Bible with a story that it could relate to him. And I know you could do it, but I still could do it, but I don't want it just to be me. I wanted you. That was your idea, really. You know what I'm saying? You
We
gave me
need
the
the
reason.
Cuban. We,
You
we need
inspired
the
me at the
Cuban.
time.
We need the Cuban link documentary. That's what we need.
Yeah, yeah, real documentary too.
Or
You
some
like the
stories
setup
in
you
there,
got.
some young actors. Have you
The set,
seen this
yo, but
kid?
your setup, the clarity, everything. Whatever you got, you doing it professionally. So I love what you're doing, brother. J Cross, JX Cross, JX Cross. That's my little man. Oh no way, 199, my brother. That's my little man. We got a song together too. If that's the real JX Cross. But go ahead,
Uh,
Nelly.
let, let me see what time is it. Yeah, I got a couple of percent left on this phone. It's gonna die. But yeah, man, I can't wait to see you and TA on the podcast. You know, I know it's
You're
gonna
gonna
go
enjoy
up.
it. You're gonna enjoy it. The Off the Books podcast. Please sign up for that, man. Off the Books podcast. Cuban
Yeah,
link. GQ the embassy. Yeah, check that out because
it'll be
that's a special
spicy.
one.
It's
No,
gonna
we was arguing everything. Me and TA started arguing everything on the thing. You know me.
yeah,
You know me. I had a little few tequilas too, and he telling the story that was like this. Yeah, you told me in City Island, but you better not. If you would have told me, I would have knocked you out. Like we were
you
talking
gotta
shit like that.
you gotta
But
ask him
out of love.
you gotta ask him one question tomorrow. You know that Boo video that went out? TA was on stage. Ask him about that night.
In my helista, JP, nothing but love. Thank you, mama.
You
What you
heard?
say?
You know the Boo video, the booing Fat Joe video, right?
I didn't even know that one.
There's a video going to FBA talking about Fat Joe got booed off stage. TA's on
Oh,
stage. TA's on stage. Ask him about
so
that
then if
night.
TA was on stage, that couldn't be real. If because TA was that means it couldn't be real. That means that's old footage. Because
It is old.
TA had it.
I think it is old footage.
Okay, it has to
But
be
TA
because
was there.
I
They
didn't even see
probably
TA
still.
there. But if you say he was there, that means that had to be like 2-3 years or 4 years or whatever. Because they've been split up for a minute. So
Yeah.
yeah, you
Ask
answered
him
the question
about
right there. So I don't think it's real now that you said that.
it. Ask him. Ask him. Ask him.
I mean, even Lord Jamal was saying that he was gonna get booed at shows. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Ain't nobody booking that stud, bro. He's finding that overseas money, and you know, that's
I
all.
mean, listen, man. Listen, like I said, I've been mad at Joe for personal reasons and also for what he's done. Uh, how he used my brother. You know what I'm saying? Besides him being a client of his, a partner of his in business, he misused my brother. That's personal. You know what I'm saying? So I go at him with this kind of energy because he deserves it. And I also want him to face the mirror and face the truth so he could really, you know what I'm saying, get on his knees and ask God for forgiveness for the wrongs that he's done. And I want him to really say the wrongs that he's done to the people, you know what I'm saying? And get his life right, you know what I'm saying, the spiritual side right with God. I know he will never do that because no thief will say he's a thief if you don't catch him, you know, and even when you catch him, he'll still be making excuses. That's what he's doing. Instead of just saying, you know what, I was wrong, man, I was wrong. You know what I'm saying?
He
That's
blamed
just
he blamed all that on Jelly Bean, bro. He
a
blamed
snitch,
all that.
like a snitch, like the Nino Brown. Like this, oh, this don't stop at Nino Brown. He pointed at, you know what I'm saying? He did the snitch shit. That's what a drug dealer does. That's what the bitch ass drug dealer does. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to ever take the responsibility or accountability for what they've done. But this is a whole different thing. Like people saw you around the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? They heard you when you said how much Pun was your brother. You know what I'm saying? You was always saying about Pun. You used Pun in your career, and you said that he was your brother. You got your brother on your chain, you got a chain of Big Pun. You got a painting in back of your lives with Big Pun there. You're using them to death, huh? And he also said he would never use Big Pun like Puffy used Biggie or they used Tupac. Remember he said all those things? He said a lot of things, man. He said a lot of things. He said, yo, yeah, Lies is taking me to court, but watch when the judge, it's a small case because as soon as the judge hears the truth, he's going to give me the right of way. He said all of this, bragging. And then when they won, he paid people to stay quiet instead of just coming out and say, yo, I was wrong. That's when you should say you was wrong, man. I know it's hard. I know it's hard to say that. It's gonna save your soul later, man. Believe me, you know,
He put it on Jelly Bean. He ain't never gonna say he wrong.
because you know Jelly Bean won't punch him in the face like I would. That's why. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, Jelly Bean would just stay quiet and be like, ah, you know what I'm saying? He's not built like that. He's not about that life. You know what I'm saying? And then he's another punk by not coming out and saying it. Like I would respect Jelly Bean would come out and be like, "Yo, listen, this dude is so dirty that he made me, even though I was stealing or whatever he was doing." But you know, Joe tried to make it like that and made me. He asked me to pay the $1 million so he don't have to take the blame, and he forced me. He forced Jelly Bean to do that. He put the terror squad dudes on him and he threatened them. That's what he did, so he don't look like the thief. The main thief. The main thief there is Joe. Don't get it twisted. It's not Jelly Bean. I just don't respect Jelly Bean for staying quiet and being an accomplice to robbing my brother. Because he knew what was going on. Jelly Bean knew. That's why I don't respect Jelly Bean.
He'll be all right. He'll be all right. The
Yeah.
gig is up. You hear me? The gig, the gig is up.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't hear the people talking about it like they was talking about it when they was disrespecting like my name, like Liza's name. Like, there was a campaign on that one, right? There was a campaign on that, man. You know what I'm saying? Little rumor sections where people getting paid to get online and say different stories about me that was not true. So I want the same kind of, you know, celebration. When the truth comes out, now let's celebrate. And too bad they're celebrating the shit on the beluga that was lying all these times. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna celebrate. We're gonna celebrate that the truth came out. And there's really nothing to celebrate, but it's to tell you, look, can we put a stop to these kind of people? You know what I'm saying? That rob people blind and then they get on stage and they act like they're different people that hurt our community behind the scenes, but act like they're saving our community. These are the type of people. The big
Now let
U's
me
of the
ask
world.
you
It's like the
something.
big U's of the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? Talking
Let me
about they
ask.
saving children. They're talking about they got things of saving children and they got the community and the government checks going to them to take care of our children in the community. And yet they're killing our children behind the scenes. They're putting them in gangs.
And they
That's
finessing.
what
And they
Joe's been
finessing.
doing. It's the same thing, but in the music. In the music. So I don't respect that. I don't respect those kind of dudes. At least own it. Just own it. Be who you are. If you're a gangster, be a gangster, man. Don't be a wankster, man. So I don't respect that. Or maybe I'm just a gangster that don't want to say I'm a gangster, but goddamn, I know what I've done in my career. It's always been about honor and integrity. You know what I'm saying? Whether win or loss, it was about that.
So let me ask you something on the same topic. Fuck it. And how do you feel personally on a respect level of the integrity of some of these people who are still so aligned with him and do business in the game?
Listen, I don't mind if they do business or whatever. It's not my thing to
But
hate
still
on.
hold them
But
at
but but
such
if you're
high
doing
regard.
business, but if they're doing business and it's fuck Cuban because you're doing business with them, then it's fuck you 1,000 times more than Joe. Now I'm gonna put the pressure on you more because you're the carajo. You a person that's jumping out the window, don't even know me, but yet you quote and hate on me. You want like the Norries, the bologna smoking Norries. Like you know me as a character. Me and you never had no problems except one time that I was gonna give it to you, but I didn't. So yeah, I respected you, and I respected your crew back in the days. I was with me. I was with them, with the real crew. And with Capone, that's my brother. Still got love for Capone. So for you to get on the platform and say, "Oh, I could never," you know. Interview Cuban Link because it's a fat joke. It's like now you're putting the SOS out there for those that even fuck with you, Nori, to never ever interview me now. Because you giving out the incentive not to fuck with Cuban. Because I don't fuck with Joe. You know what I'm saying? Because you fuck with Joe and I don't, so it's fuck. And when he was drunk one day, he was like, "This fuck all of y'all go against Joe." So he's down with them. You know what I'm saying? He said it. He just don't got enough guts to say it, like he should be. Like,
That's
you know
the
what I'm saying?
reason
He didn't
Mav
have to say
Hoffa.
that. He didn't have to say that. Like
That's the same reason. That's the same reason Mav Hoffa went public instead of because of Nori went
Bologna
instead.
smoking, exactly. Following the beluga. They're just following whatever it is, and they think they need to stick to that script to say fuck Cuban or don't interview Cuban for them to be bigger. And look at math now. Sucks. Like a whole different the FBA destroyed them. FBA destroyed math. Like accountability, everything. Right now he's doing gamer blogs. Like, yo, you fell off like that. I had a discussion with him on my IG. He hit me up. He was like, when I catch Panda, he was trying to say that. Like, when he catches Panda, it's going to be a problem. I was just, he ain't going to catch nobody. Don't get mad
Who
because
said
the
that?
FBA chase.
Who said
Math.
that?
Math.
He said you
Yeah.
gonna catch Panda, you gonna fuck him up?
Yeah. He mad at Panda. So I was like, yeah, you ain't going to judge Panda. You ain't going to do nothing. The Panda do what he do. Panda, matter of fact, got love for you. Panda got love for you, man. He's just a journalist. Like, you should be, but you're not. You know what I'm saying? So we had a discussion. I was like, you know what? Salute to Golden Age SK8 video, man. Hijo de la calle, Mr. Link. Yes. Wow, I should do it. It's Spanish English. But yeah, me and him had a little typing conversation on DMs. And he was like, yo, Q, man, why you keep going at me like that? And I was like, I said, just say the truth, man. Make a blog up, apologize to me, saying that I made that paperwork on that fat beluga of your friend. I never made that paperwork up. Stop acting like I made that up. You want to go with Nori and act like, that little circle, get along gang is against me. Why you have to join it? I thought you was a real dude. You know what I'm saying? I guess you're not, whatever. But we had a conversation. I was like, you know what? I'm going to back up for you, my nigga. I think you got enough, you know what I'm saying, between the brujeria they did in front of your doorstep and what you had going on with the FBA. I think that you got the medicine that you should learn from. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even have to give it to you. All I was asking you is just with the same energy you said, you can never interview me either because I made fake paperwork and you got to question my word when I speak. Like you ever had to do that before? To put that on me and try to give the audience a kind of narrative of me like that. Like I'm a dude that just say things out of hate and make paperwork out of hate. I will never do that. So you gave me that stamp, and you try to hurt my brand. So that's why I was only asking for that.
Hey,
I
Nori
was
busted.
snapping on him. I would snap on him. You know what I'm saying? I would snap on him here and there, and I would comment on things, but I never went personal with Matt. Never. You know what I'm saying? But
Nori bought some new hair. You seen that shit?
he got everything. He got everything.
He bought
He,
new
he,
hair.
he needs to buy a new liver. That's what he needs to do. Because he looking like he got liver problems
Yeah,
already. That
he looked
belly's
like
popping, and his
his
face looking
color,
like, you know what I'm saying? He's
color drinking.
dehydrated. Yeah, it happens when you drink that much, and you know what I'm saying. And because he doesn't just drink, he gets like a real drunk. He get that type of drunk. You know what I'm saying? I get one of those. Like I just had an op episode probably like a week ago when I was like that, but I wasn't like that. But I was like, fuck everybody. I was doing that. But as far as like the Nori, he does that every day. Like back in the days, he used to do that every day. That was the show was based around alcohol and drugs. So you don't think that catches up to you, even though he's working out. You know what I'm saying? But he looking he looking fruity too. He doesn't look like he's like he's real fruity, like a little extra fruity with it. But that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? He might have went. He said he chose the straight door.
He
I
took
think
the
he went to
pill.
the left now.
He
So
took the pill.
he got the doors. Remember, he was the Nori
The
doors.
sword, right?
He
He
got tired
said,
of just going straight, and he said, "Let me go to the left and the right." But anyway, that's their life, whatever. You know what I'm saying? DJ EFN, like I said, look, he reached out to you. right? You and DJ event. You never really reached out to me and try to help my brand or anything. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they reach out to you. Like, people do that. They have that thing. You see me, I'll talk, right? Whatever. But you get in a situation with me, then I guess the respect will be different. But you give that aura of, and you know what I'm saying? Gangsterism, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't play that shit. No, I call my own shot. Boss vibes. So with that aura alone, they get scared of you, my brother. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They get scared.
We
I know
have.
you use it. You use it. You
I've
use
had.
it. You're
I've
supposed to use
had.
it. No,
I've
listen,
had.
but
I've had. What's dude's name? Tony Sunshine manager. What's his name?
stop it,
Prayers Lord.
please. Yeah, DJ
I've
Baloney
had
Smoker,
one of
Lowe's.
them dudes hit me up talking about don't fuck with Cubans or
Yeah.
baloney, and
Yeah, use
I've
my
had a
words
lot
too.
of people try to get in
That, but they go
between
to
you.
you. They go to you to see if you're the weakest link. You know what I'm saying? Like Gilly, That's what Gilly had the burden of holding those type of people too. My shit is already like, my nigga, you should punch him dead in the mouth, because that's what I would do. They would never go to me and say things like that. So why would they go to my friend or anybody that works for me? You know what I'm saying? My partner, and be talking that and y'all entertaining. Bottom line, like, you have to set an example, because I set an example already. But they could have dodged me. The business people could dodge me, because they don't have to face me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be there. So they go, even Goya. You know what I'm saying? Goya, when they ask them whatever shows, they gotta go through him. So they give a certain attitude to them. You know what I'm saying? A different attitude. Never ever on someone they'll shit on me if you let them. If you let them shit. You know how many times Lowe's, the president, Gilly called me with a message talking about, yo, he said, just to chill, Cuban. Like, Gilly, what are you talking about, Gilly? Why are you even talking, entertaining this dude? Like, for you, for real? So I used to get mad at Gilly about things, over and over. And I know with you see how he reached out to you. Right? They know better. They know better. And it's like they test the waters with that. You know what I'm saying? Glad that you hit him with the real official, CLK stamp. Others didn't. But you did. So they know that fear gotta live in their heart. You know what I'm saying? Because if that's the case, why they never holler at me personally or whatever? Well, never. So they talk to these people that are supposed to
Because
be protecting their
because
brothers.
they really do the Y2K bullshit. They try to see who you align yourself with, and then they come try to align themselves with
And
them
Joe sensed
and
them.
try
Joe sensed them.
to divide and conquer
That's what they do.
all the
That's
stuff that is within
They
the
did it with the
48
Bang Bang
laws of
Boogie too.
power.
They did it with Bang Bang Boogie too. They did it
The
with them.
48 they try the 48 laws of power on your ass. You
They
hear me?
did it mad times, my nigga, mad times. Like, I was always thinking like this. It's not me switching up my mindset. This was Cuban Link since 2001, since '93. This was me. They know who I am, especially those that went through that whole avenue with me. They know who I am. They know what I'm about. We talk about it. It's not like we don't talk about it. I know my crew is informed of how I feel. So if I feel like that and you representing me in a business sense, you're supposed to have that same energy when you represent. Not I say you got to get into fights and all that, but you're supposed to shut all that down and get to what we talking about. We are moving this way. Don't talk bad about my artists. Don't say shit about my artists. Whatever they do, let them do. Let's men, if anything. You feel that way? All right, I'm gonna beat you up as a manager, and you won't put Tony Sunshine with Cuban in. See how y'all talk in front of us. That's how Gilly's supposed to say. You know what I'm saying? But once again, I'm bringing Gilly up because we're bringing business up. He was part of that back in the days. But you could see what the dividing the power, dividing the relationships. What it really costs. It really costs them. That's why I like to see. They think it costs me anything, which it didn't. You know what I'm saying? I'm thankful for God to removing these people away from me, businessly and personally. So it's not like I feel like saying anything else. It's a learning experience for me. But damn, I keep making the same mistakes. Like, I keep what I'm saying, showing that love and my personal love. It becomes business. Now you're affiliated with Cuban. It's good. It's a great thing for when you do that, but it's also a bad thing. It's also a
Allegedly,
bad thing when you get with Cuban. So
allegedly, Tony Sunshine is shooting steroids in his booty. Yeah,
he probably put it in the middle.
allegedly. You know what I'm saying? They saying
I
that
guarantee you, yeah, that whole crew does that. When they do like whatever they do, they
the
just
juicing,
take shortcuts. They just take
juicing.
shortcuts. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. You can take whatever you need to put that steroid in his heart. You know what I'm saying? They don't
Oh,
got they
you
don't got
can't.
steroids for the
You
heart.
can't. Yeah, they don't got that. That
So at the end
comes
of the
with
day, you can have any
benefit.
muscles you want.
You
You
know what
know.
I'm saying?
But yeah, but we don't. I don't want to even get caught up with them. You should know the story, and they should know the story already. But it's like, yeah, that topic is like, yo, man, it's a lot of dudes that turned on me, a lot, and it's never been because of me being different, me being shiesty, me be doing something funny. It's them chasing that carrot that the enemy put out there. Them traps that the enemies put out there, they fall for it. They fall for it every time, and I'll be like, wow. But you know, we're in the entertainment business, so you know what I'm saying. These guys that I usually be around with, they're looking for the opportunity to become, you know what I'm saying, either artists with a name or be, you know, have a job with a position inside the game, be around these stars. So they looking, you know, these are vulnerable people.
Hey,
Really, I just didn't think,
this
man.
this this phone gonna die soon. But when I seen when the fat dude was like a real disloyal dude.
Charlie Rock,
When he did Charlie Rock LD like that, bro, I was like, damn, this dude ain't shit.
yeah, he did him
You know
dirty.
what I'm saying? At all,
He
completely
was,
ain't
God
shit.
see that though. God see that. Yeah, God see that. That was his man. How your best friend come then this side? How your best friend go over there and start calling you what I used to call you, the Hassa? I got a whole song calling him the Hassa because God opened his eyes and really saw the devil and the demon this dude was working with. That's what it was. And you know what I'm saying? Demons and angels and gods, they don't rock together, man. So that hurt
What,
Joe, not because he felt that his friend betrayed him. No,
what
he
he used
felt that God
what he,
spoke up.
what he used to
Huh?
say? What he used to say? Little Joey,
Hey, little Joey. Yeah, yeah,
stop capping, little Joey.
yeah.
Man, one
And me,
time
I
for
remember
Charlie
that's why
Rock.
with Charlie Rock, even Charlie Rock, like I know that the middle dudes, like they don't really got hate for me, even though me and Joe got problems. Like even as day ones, they love me. Just that they can't tell me that, obviously, because they want to, you know, get the perks that Joe and them got. You know, the music industry took his side, so he still get them perks and all that. But now that they found out who he is, you know, it's a whole different story. That's why he's hiding. That's why man, the Joe the Beluga is hiding, and you know, he's trying to get back in. Other people in the game, like he uses other people to clean his road for him. So when he steps in, he can have a welcome. That's what he's trying to do now. He's testing the waters. But he don't got the nerve. Tell him to start doing the lives like he used to do. Somebody DM him. Fat
They
Joe's
go,
when there was
nah,
the epidemic out here, he was doing lives with people and he tell him to do that.
they're
Let's
gonna
see what
troll the shit out of him. They're gonna troll the shit out of him.
happens.
The FBA, the FBA turned his lights.
FBA turned his lights out.
Hey, look, I'm out of here. God bless all the people that came through here.
Oh
You
yeah,
hear me?
we just hit each other up with some love shit and said, "Hey, let's go
Yeah.
live." That's what we did. So you know, what I'm saying, I just wanted to do that. R.P. Charlie Rock,
I
of
look
course, man.
forward to the podcast with you and TA coming up.
Yeah, we'll probably do that tomorrow, man.
And
He said he told me tomorrow. So
Lord Jamar, you disgusting. You hear me? You disgusting, bro. Oh
yeah, he
my
disappointed
God.
me. Disappointed too. Like I said, I don't get disappointed too often, but you know, Lord Jamal definitely disappointed me with that one. And the tone of his voice when I was in three way, it creeped me out. Like, yo, oh man, he took the bait already. Somebody got to him. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened. That's what happened with the Lord Jamal, man. But we're gonna talk about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I hope it's an open conversation we could have. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the Cuban Revolution will be televised. I ain't hiding nothing from y'all. Y'all gonna see everything. I'm with that Trump shit. Yeah, we're gonna put cameras in the whole office and we're gonna talk business meetings right in front of the people. So you can see how I act, who I am, for real. You know what I'm saying? So there won't be nobody telling you, oh, Q was acting like this because they could run the narrative. Nah. We're gonna do it in front of y'all, the people. It's the people, it's where the power's at. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. And like I said, nothing personal with Lord Jamal, but it's something business that he messed up the business part. You know what I'm saying? For me and TA, and I feel a certain way. Not really angry because, like I said, you know what Cuban Link is gonna do. I revamped that song, me and TA alone, and I got a remix for y'all. So when we gonna show you the one, Lord Jamal did and all that, but you gonna see the remix. You gonna see the remix, and y'all gonna be the pick. The Cuban Revolution will be televised, man. I'm telling you, man. So and we already did the interview, actually, me and TA. We did it in my other podcast, Off the Books, with Cuban Link and GQ, the embassy. So yeah, it's gonna drop this Saturday. Actually, that interview was fire. Like that, we got a lot of things over our chest, and we said a lot of things, but we didn't really do the whole. We spoke about a lot of things. That's what I'm saying. But we need to do a whole Lord Jamal segment about that situation, because it's 3 months of just playing ping pong, and it's like, how do you want to play ping pong? I'm like, yo, let's get it popping. And it was a lot of resistance, a lot of excuses, and now I knew. I always hate that I'm right, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's a dope song. Don't get it twisted. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Me and TA, you know what I'm saying? We could do great on our own. That's what I'm saying. You know, the reason we went and backed Lord Jamal in the lyrical beef, because he asked us to. You know what I'm saying? So he had a plan with it. So I just want to find out, that somebody throw a carrot up there, whether Pooh, whether Fat Joe, he negotiated a better situation for him if he get rid of us. If he doesn't put the song out. I think it's that. Uh, Lord Jamal strikes me as a business person more than a personal guy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think he took a bribe. Something went on. Joe either put him on tour or made a deal with him. Yo, you're gonna, you help clean up my image so I can come back into, Now we're gonna see what happens. If Lord Jamal's gonna help the enemy uh, get back into the graces of the people through his channels, because that's what they do. That's why you see the Melly Mel try to do. That's why you see DJ Envy try to do. He's using all the pawns that he can use. I'm trying to tell you that. The Fat Earther and the Flat Earther. They should do a song like that. Bottom line, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't like to be played with my time. We didn't get paid for that. It's not like, you know what I'm saying, we said, oh, pay us for our time for recording, for sitting down for 2 weeks and writing around for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't even ask them for that. It was out of love. Especially me. I charge for verses. You know what I'm saying? I charge 5 stacks. To this day, I charge 5 stacks for me to do a verse on your thing. And that's only if you're a street dude. If you're an industry dude, 10 stacks. Because I know you got the budget. You know what I'm saying? And that's cheap. For what the work I put in and the material we're going to come up with, that's cheap. If you ever put it out the way it should be put out, if you're doing something with me, it's going to come out incredible. And we're going to make some money on it, because we're going to get the buzz. We definitely going to catch a buzz. And I'm only trying to do timeless music. So it's not like you're over here trying to get, I'm trying to do a whack verse for you. And I'm going to do everything. We're going to do everything. I'm not selfish like that. But we're going to get the real artistry part out and make a hit. Bottom line. That's how I work. So my time costs money. You know what I mean? So for you to do that after all of that I've done, as far as like, on just merit of love, respect, legend status, that, we put you up on the respect for your character, respect for being one of the supposed to be level-headed gatekeepers in the hip hop, not the hip hop, but the hip hop, you know what I'm saying, level that you got say so in there. We respected that. I respected that. So that's why I was even more excited to do it. Remember, he started with you. It's not like you started with them because of me and TA. He started with you. We just came to back you up because you asked us to. So how you gonna do that? How you gonna play with those kind of dudes that was there for in the front row, ready for you? So that's whack. So yeah, that's the Lord Jamal's situation. And like I said, I hope we still got that open 2 seats in your podium, like you said, over the phone, that we could sit down and do a talk. You know what I'm saying? And tell the world how bad you really felt, like you told us. You know what I'm saying? You say you felt bad. You say Grand Pooba asked you not to do it. You can get bottom to the truth, but it's a big story. You know why? Because it's like it's been happening on and on. And I'm sure it happened to people that are in my situation, even though I'm one of a kind in this type of blackballing. You know what I'm saying? I'm Spanish, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, so it's like a whole different thing. I know it might get to be like, oh, leave those Spanish guys alone when it comes to black people, some of them. You know what I'm saying? That feel that way. It's like let Joe and them handle that. You know what I'm saying? Don't get in their business. You know what I'm saying? And they keep it like that with me, and Joe himself keeps it like that with him. You know, he tells some stories like that. You know, so yeah, we could just sit. You know, I'm with it, man. Sitting in a round table and discussing truth. You know, truth. I want to know. Um, I want the world to know. So we could show them I ain't do all its work that I did for you in vain. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. We're still leaking the song. We actually leaked the song in the Off the Books podcast. When y'all catch it Saturday, y'all gonna hear the song that we did with Lord Jamal. But then y'all gonna also hear the remix, the Cuban link, man. Me, Cocotazo, and TA. Then we're gonna put it to work, compare them. You know what I'm saying? Where's the talent at and what's going on? That's why I want to make it now. It's a competition now. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's like, we wanted you. We didn't need you. I didn't need you, Lord Jamal. I wanted to do that. I wanted to rep for you, represent the real culture of hip hop. So if you think that I ever needed you, you know, you got that wrong. That's all. So anyway, man, I want to just salute y'all for hanging in there, letting me talk my talk, and let the trolls keep coming too. I've seen a lot of trolls over there still on my balls. Hey, what would I be without trolls or without the haters, huh? Hate only feeds off the strength of love, man. Yeah, man. Now for that one hater, Captain Lane. Yes, I'm watching you, kid. One slip up. Let you come to the Bronx. Let's say it one time. Yeah. Because you know what you're so like disgusting? Is because you turn and you spin everything. You spin the truth. You spin the truth and you make it such an ugly lie and disrespectful. Um, that it goes beyond words. So stay in your hut, stay in that bunker. Let those little crippled dudes that you are representing, stay there with them. I'm gonna get all of your info. This is not a threat. You won't have to show me your face if you backed up all the lies that he said about me as a man, not as an artist, as a man, because y'all crossed that line. You know what I mean? So I don't want to hear no cop and pleas. No cop and pleas. You a jail nigga. Remember, you a jail dude. Oh, you've been through everything. Okay, está bien. We know that, right? All right, we're gonna do that. And you know, to any hater, you know what I'm saying? Because words don't hurt. It's just like when I showed the energy and gave somebody love, and they take that energy and love and my words and you turn them around, spin them against me for like on some betrayal shit, then you got a personal problem with me. That's it. Because you're the dirtiest of the scums. That's it. In anybody's eyes, especially in God's eyes. You're disgusting. You're the Judas, the Peters, all of those that watched Jesus die, they didn't do nothing. That's what y'all are. Punks. And so whether somebody bought you off or you listen to the wrong person, that's because you're a son, because the truth should already be in your head of what it is. You know what I'm saying? When somebody speaks to you. So it is what it is, man. I'm going to slap fire out you, boy. And then take this smile with a frown, too. I want you to look at the dimple. They go, oh, shit, the dimples is coming back. That's not because I'm fat. We're going to go to the workout now. I'm about to go work out right now. Go to the gym. I might go live again, but I'm definitely going to work out right now. My shirt came out too a little bit. I'm wearing larges again, but the large is still peekaboo, my belly button for some reason. I think the shirt is a little too tight. But we're going to get that straight, right? I got to lose about 10 more pounds. Then we're going to be right. But yeah, man, it's your boy Cuban Link. Thank you for the super chats and all of that. Thank you for sponsoring the revolution because it will be televised, and I'm here to televise it for y'all. Golden Age, last one right there, 199 special. Take the 199 special. Thank you, my brother. Cuban, that extended lyric off the book was fire. Good luck, my brother. Yeah, check that out, man. Fly pelican, fly, signify someone hell of a guy. Yeah, I flipped that. I gave you 16 bars that time. Go check that out, man. It's off the books podcast too. That's the intro song for it. So go check that out. Let's get it. Let's get to work, man. Put God first. You already know. Put God first, man. You know what I'm saying? Let him guide you to where you need to go and knock out these devils, man. That's what I'm on. Salute to all of y'all. Thank y'all.